It's time for the adventures of Big John and Sparky as we take you from episode 1 all the way through to the lost series of Big John and Sparky, the very rare and obnoxious, loud, and disturbing episodes of one of the most famous old-time radio characteristics of anything ever imaginable and made for old-time radio. Sit back and relax, kick your feet up, and enjoy as we listen to this wonderful and exciting series that we all grew up with called Big John and Sparky.
Hi, hey, hello there. Hi, boys and girls. Hi, kids. Hey, get in here right now because it's time for the party with Big John and Sparky.
And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big John and Sparky. Today's chapter is entitled, Yuki Shows Us How. We stopped off in Florida for a few days' vacation before we went back to our home in Cincinnati, and there Mayor Plumfront met his old flame, his old girlfriend, Daffodil Dilly. When he found out she had become even more rich than she was before, he began to pay a lot of attention to her. He was getting ready for a big date, but Sparky and I wanted to go down to the wharf to say goodbye to Captain Squinty and bring Yuki back with us. Come join us now as we're trying to get the mayor to say goodbye.
Oh, listen to the mayor, Big John, singing one of those disgusting love songs.
Oh, now, Sparky, the mayor can't help it. He's in love.
Love, phooey. Boy, we're supposed to go down to the Sailors and Seamen's Inn and meet Captain Squinty and Yuki. Now, what does the mayor do? He ups and makes a date to go sightseeing with the Widow Dilly.
Well, now, look, Sparky, that's not keeping us from going to the Sailor and Seamen's Inn to meet Captain Squinty and Yuki.
Yeah, but the mayor's giving up all his old friends. Just on account of that Widow Dilly.
No, he isn't. Now, will you stop grumbling and let's be on our way? Come on, let's go.
Well, all right. Goodbye, Mayor. We're leaving.
See you this evening, Mayor. So long.
Boy, he didn't even answer.
Probably didn't hear us. After all, he is singing and taking a shower at the same time.
Mayor! We're leaving!
All right, Sparky, be quiet. Wake up everybody in the hotel.
What you say there? Did somebody say something to me?
I said we're leaving to go down to meet Captain Squinty and Yuki.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's fine. Well, tell the boys I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I have a date with the very charming and beautiful Miss Daffodil Dilly. So long, fellas. I'll see you later. I gotta finish the shower here.
Disgusting, that's what it is. Just plain disgusting.
All right, Sparky, come on. It's enough of the grumbling. Open the door and let's be on our way.
Okay. Big John, there's there's Captain Squinty's ship, the April Blossom, at anchor over there.
Yes, and here we are right in front of the sailors and Seaman's Inn, right where we wanted to be. Come on, let's go on in and see if we can find Captain Squinty and Yuki.
We don't have to go in. They must have seen us pull up in the car. Look, they're coming out.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Captain Squinty. Hi, Yuki.
Ah, fine. Howdy, fellas. Hey, where'd you get the automobile, Big John?
Oh, we're renting it. There's a rented automobile place next to the hotel where we're staying. Hello there, Captain Squinty. How's everything?
Hi, matey. Where's Blubber?
Oh, boy, Captain Squinty, guess what? The mayor met the widow Dilly, and he's out with her.
What? The widow Dilly? You mean that old sculpin he met the last time we were down here in Florida?
Yeah, and Big John says there's a chance that the mayor might get married.
Well, if he does, it'll serve him right.
I don't think it's that bad. Come on, you and Yuki get in, Captain Squinty. We'll drive you back to the hotel.
Yeah, fine. Hey, this is a snazzy-looking car here. Always wanted a yellow automobile with a black roof like this. This is fine.
I'm afraid I won't be able to go along with you, Big John. I signed the April Blossom up for a voyage to Peru. We heist anchor tonight at the change of the tide.
Oh, yeah, well, that's too bad. I was hoping we'd be able to spend a little time together here in Florida.
Well, matey, much as I'd like it, I'm afraid my crew wants to work.
Yeah, well, we understand, Captain. Oh, say, by the way, what about Yuki's plane?
Oh, that's already unloaded from the ship, but it's out at the airport.
Hey, then that means we can go home. Listen, I've got an idea. Let's kidnap the mayor and take him home with us before he can marry the widow Dilly.
Sparky, we can't do a thing like that.
Well, ladies, I've got to get back to my ship. Good luck to you, swabs. And try to keep that Blubber from making an old fool of himself. Will you do that?
Yeah, all right, Captain Squinty. Well, we'll be seeing you again, I hope.
Yeah. Bye, Captain Squinty.
So long, Captain. So long.
Hey, Big John, let's start back to Cincinnati today, can we?
Well, I'll try to talk the mayor into it.
Say, is this your hotel where you're staying at, has it got a swimming pool?
Yeah, Yuki, a real keen one. You want to go swimming?
Yeah, fine. I'll teach you the Yuki Butcher flip-flop twist and turn dive. How about that?
That's a wonderful idea. Come on, let's hurry back to the hotel and go for a little dip.
This is fun. Come on, Yuki, climb up the ladder and slide down this side into the water.
For goodness sake, Yuki, will you get out of there? That's the children's part of the swimming pool.
Yeah, is that right? I kind of thought this water wasn't very deep. Doesn't even come up to my knees.
But, Yuki, there isn't a slide like this in the big pool.
Well, if you don't mind, lad, I'd rather go swim where it's a little bit deeper. I'd like to get into some water at least 2 feet deep.
Why?
So the water covers up the hole with the knee of the swimming suit.
Oh. Okay, well, let's go over to the big pool then.
There's a very fine-looking diving board, Yuki. What do you say we do a little diving here?
Yeah, fine. I used to be on the swimming team up at good old East Cantankerous High in Cantankerous, Illinois, when I was just a young lad.
Oh, good. I've heard that you're a very good diver and swimmer. I'm anxious to see you perform.
Yeah, me too.
Well, all right, step aside, fellas. Put on a little exhibition for you. We'll just climb up on this here ladder. Now look, watch close, lads. You might learn something. And let's try it out for the Olympic swimming team, you know.
Boy, that diving board sure is high up. You can dive from way up there?
Yeah, sure. Now watch, I'm going to show you the triple reverse barrel roll jackknife swan dive.
was some dive.
How'd you like that, fellas?
That's real keen, Yuki. Let's see another.
All right. As soon as I climb back up to the ladder, the diving board again. Now, next I'm going to show you my backward flip with a frontward twist and turn.
Hey, look, Sparky. Everybody noticed that last dive. Now they're gathering around here to watch Yuki dive again.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Here we go.
Hey, Ronnie, look at that one. Isn't that something? Look at him.
Wonderful, Yuki, wonderful.
Hey, listen, everybody's clapping for Yuki. Hooray for Yuki.
Hey, look at all those pretty girls gathering around at the bottom of the diving board where Yuki will get out of the out of the pool.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Wow. How do you do there, ladies? Fine.
Oh, he's attracting attention,
Yeah,
all
boy,
right.
look at that. Yuki's talking to girls. Hey, Yuki, come on, let's see another fancy dive.
Now, if you very beautiful young ladies will just step aside here, I will climb up on the diving board and I'll make another spectacular dive into the pool. Show you how it's done here.
Boy, Big John, Yuki isn't even paying any attention to me.
Shh, Yuki's going to make another dive.
Now, this time, girls, I'll do my special delayed action helicopter swan dive. Now, watch the delayed action here. This is a very unusual dive. All right, here we go.
By George, look at that. Look at that. Yuki seems to be floating real slowly down through the air toward the pool. Why, it's almost like a slow-motion picture.
Wow, Ray, what a dive. He still hasn't hit the water.
What?
There he goes. Hey, wasn't that a dive? Wowee, I'm going to ask Yuki to teach me to dive like that. Come on, Big John, let's go over and ask him. It is if we can make our way through that crowd of girls. Hey, Yuki. Hey, Yuki, how about teaching me to dive like... Hey, Yuki. Hey, you, how about teaching me to dive like that?
I'm afraid we're not going to be able to get through this group of girls that have gathered around Yuki here.
Why all those old dumb girls act so silly? Well, they aren't even girls. They're just a bunch of old ladies. I'll bet every one of them is almost 20 years old.
Well, girls, allow me to take each and every one of you charming and beautiful young ladies up on the terrace for a nice glass of lemonade. What would you think of that?
Hey, Big John, now look at Yuki. He's walking off with those girls.
Yeah.
Boy, he's disgusting as the mayor. Come on, let's go home to Cincinnati without either one of them. Just you and me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This isn't a mess. First, the mayor meets the widow, Miss Daffodil Dilly, and gets romantic with her, and now Yuki puts on a fancy diving exhibition, and a bunch of girls gather around, and there he is sitting up there on the terrace and drinking lemonade and talking and making those dumb eyes. Boy, love stuff. And look at Big John. I think he wants to go up there and sit with Yuki and the girls. Come on, Big John. You never did like lemonade. Come on, let's go home to Cincinnati. I want to get back to Wobbleding's Woods so I can have a special meeting of our club. The first thing we're going to do is make a rule that no member of that club can ever fall in love.
Hi, hey, hello there. Hi, boys and girls. Hi, kids. Hey, come in here right now because it's time for the party with Big John and Sparky.
And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big John and Sparky. Today's chapter is entitled, Yuki Butcher to the Rescue. During the 2 months that Sparky was absent from his home in Cincinnati, Ohio, while on a big game hunting expedition in Africa, the kids in Sparky's club decided they wanted a new leader. This hurt Sparky's pride ever so much because he's been the leader of the clubhouse gang for quite some time. Sidney Clackstetter is the name of the new boy. Sparky doesn't intend to take this challenge to his leadership lying down, so as we join today's episode, Sparky and I are in the living room at our house in Cincinnati. And Sparky's trying to figure out what to do.
Well, now let's see. Just let me see. What can I do? There must be some way.
Hey, Sparky, what are you doing? Sitting there talking to yourself?
Yeah, Big John, I'm trying to figure out something.
Something to do with your club, I guess.
Well, yeah. Actually, I'm trying to figure out a way to make the guys in our club, the Grand Order of the Glorious Knights of the Mystic Secret Circle, of which I used to be the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, still want me to be the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter of the Grand Order of the Glorious Knights of the Mystic Secret Circle. Whew. Oh, boy. That was a mouthful, wasn't it?
I should say it was. Well, I'm glad to see you can at least be good-humored about this latest setback in your political career.
Well, that's because, Big John, inside my little brain, I am devising a plot to get even with those guys.
Oh, now, Sparky, that isn't right. You should never seek revenge.
Revenge? Oh, Big John, this isn't revenge. No, this is just getting even with those guys.
Well, what in the world do you think revenge is? When you want to get even with somebody, that's revenge. And no matter what anyone does to you, no matter how bad, you should never seek revenge.
Well, I know, but this kind of getting even isn't revenge, Big John. It's sort of like a game. I mean, all kids play it. It's fun. Boy. You see, right now, all the guys in the club are trying to figure out what I'm going to do to get even with them, and they're already trying to figure out how to get even with me for getting even with them, see? It's fun.
Yeah, well, I guess it is. Uh-oh, there's the doorbell. Sparky, would you go and see who it is, please?
Yeah, okay. Well, how about that? Look who's here. Hey, come on in. Boy, you're just in time to have a little gab fest here. Hey, Big John, it's Yuki Butcher. He says he dropped in to pay us a little visit.
Oh, fine. Come on in, Yuki. Have a chair.
No, thank you, Big John. I've got plenty of chairs in my room at the Cheviot Hills Hotel. I don't need any more chairs. Thanks anyway, though, Big John.
What I mean, Yuki, is sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, yes, I think I'll do that. Make myself comfortable. Oh, fine. Well, how have you been, Big John?
Oh,
Fine. How about you, Sparky lad? How have you been? Feeling fine, I hope. Fine and dandy, that is.
Well, Yuki, I tell you,
Glad to hear it, lad. Fine. You're a good little boy, Sparky.
Wait a minute, Yuki. You didn't even let me tell you how I am.
Oh, you don't have to tell me how you are, lad. I know. You're a good little boy, Sparky lad. Yeah, fine little boy. Real fine.
Okay, if you say so, Yuki. But I don't feel real fine.
Is that right? Oh, what's the matter, lad? Got a pain in your gizzard or something? I recall the one time in his entire lifetime when old Charlie Rustflaw wasn't feeling real fine. Had a pain in his gizzard. Old Charlie was bending over tying his shoelaces. When he tried to stand up, he couldn't straighten up there.
Yeah? Is that right?
Yeah. Turned out he had gotten his tie caught in his shoelaces. Tied him in a double bow there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Yuki. But, I'm afraid I don't have a pain in my gizzard. I got worse trouble than that.
Yeah, fine. What is it, lad?
Well, it seems that while we were away in Africa, a new kid moved into the neighborhood. And now all the kids in our club want him to be the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter.
Fine. Well, what's wrong with that, lad?
What do you mean, what's wrong with it? That's what I am in the club. Don't you see? They want to give him my job in the club. I want to be the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter.
Oh, well, that's not so fine, then, is it?
Well, I'll say it isn't.
How come they prefer this new feller to you, lad?
First of all, because this new kid's daddy is an inventor. He invents all kinds of inventions.
Oh, that's real fine.
It is not. This new kid, his name is Sidney Clackstetter, by the way, promised the guys in our club that if they elected him the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, he bribed them, because what he said was that he'd go and get his daddy to invent a new electric eye door for the clubhouse shack, see? A door that can only be opened by members of the club. It'd be a secret thing,
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, look, don't you understand, Yuki? If I'm not the Exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter, I won't be able to wear my plumed hat with the fluffy purple and white feathers on it and my white robe with the white jockey satin lining.
Oh, I see. Well, that's bad, lad. Yeah, that's bad. Well, Well, what are you going to do about it?
Well, so far I don't know.
You see, Yuki, just before you got here, Sparky was trying to figure out a way to get the boys in his club to change their minds about electing this new boy, Sidney Cluckstepper, or whatever his name is.
Sidney Clackstetter, Big John.
Yeah, this Clackstetter. Sparky was trying to figure out a way to keep the boys from electing him to the office that Sparky already holds.
Well, it doesn't seem fair. If Sparky is the salt and pepper high lamby pie of the pink and blue suspenders, I think he should keep the job there.
Exalted High Llama of the purple and white garter, Yuki.
Yeah, fine, that's what I said. Salt and pepper shakers with the purple and white gravy boat, fine.
Homie.
You say this new kid's daddy's an inventor, huh? Invents inventions, I suppose?
Yeah, that's right. And that's why Rabbiters McKeister and Maxie Finster and all the rest of the guys in my club want him to be the head of our club, because he said his daddy will invent a special electric eye door for the clubhouse shack. A door that can only be opened by members of the club.
Fine. How come nobody else can open the door, though, lad?
Well, because it's an invention and it only opens up whenever you walk past the electric eye.
Well, does that mean that only members of your club can walk past the electric eye, or what?
Well, no, but see, if somebody who isn't a member of the club walks past the electric eye, then the door won't open.
Well, that's real fine, but how does the electric eye know whether or not a feller who walks past is a member of your club or not?
Yeah, that's a good question. How about it, Sparky?
Well, you see, the electric eye won't work unless the person who walks past it is wearing a special kind of a button on his coat.
Oh.
A special kind of a button, see, made out of a special kind of metal
Fine.
that works the electric eye.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, I see. That's pretty clever, isn't it, Yuki?
Oh, yeah, it's real fine, real fine. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea, all right.
Yeah, it'll be real keen having an electric eye door on the clubhouse.
Yeah.
But I don't see why we have to elect this new kid to my job in the club. I mean, just to get this electric eye door.
Well, by the way, Sparky, you say this is an electric eye door. It works by electricity, I presume.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't any electricity back in Wobbledink's woods, which means that if you don't have any electricity in your shack, how's an electric eye door going to operate without current?
Oh, this Sidney Clackstepper's daddy's got this whole thing all figured out. He's got some old automobile batteries that he's going to give us to make the electric eye door.
Oh, I see.
You say this boy's daddy's an inventor, huh? Invents inventions and stuff like that?
That's right.
Fine. You know, lad, I'm an inventor. I invent new and improved models.
New and improved models of what?
Yes, you must come out to see my laboratory sometime. I got an inventing laboratory out in the big barn at the old Plug Nickel farm. Got lots of inventions out there, haven't even given to the public yet.
Hey, I didn't know you were an inventor.
No, I didn't either, Yuki. Hey, this is a surprise. My goodness.
Oh, yes, I'm an inventor. I invent inventions. You must go out to my laboratory sometime and see my new and improved bread toaster.
Bread toaster?
Yeah, not only does it toast the bread for you, but it butters it, too. You plop a piece of white bread into my new improved toaster, and it comes out toasted and buttered for you. You can turn a couple of knobs on it and make you some cinnamon toast.
Hey, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, yes. Hey, lad, if you could present your club with an electric eye door for your clubhouse, do you think that the other kids would be willing to keep you as the head man of the club?
Yeah, sure, Yuki.
Well, in that case, I might just as well go to work in my invent laboratory and invent a special new and improved electric eye door for your little old clubhouse shack back there in Wobbledink's woods, yes.
Hey, honest, Yuki?
Sure. It'll be the best electric eye door you ever did see. If you fellas will excuse me now, I shall be off to my laboratory where I work on my inventions in the big barn out in the old Plug Nickel farm. Good day, fellers.
Good day, Yuki.
Boy. Yeah, good day, Yuki. And thanks. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, I never thought Yuki Butcher was also an inventor. Has an inventing laboratory in a barn out in Old Nickel Farm. He's going to invent an electric eye door for our clubhouse. Now I'll bet those guys will keep me as the exalted High Llama of the purple and white garter instead of making Sid Clackstetter the exalted High Llama. But I'm not sure they will. Well, anyway, we'll just have to see. Just as soon as Yuki finishes inventing the new electric eye door for the clubhouse, that'll separate the... I'll see you tomorrow, kids.
And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big John and Sparky. Today's chapter is entitled Sparky in Control. Well, there for a while, it looked like Sparky was going to lose his leadership position in his club. All the boys in the neighborhood had decided that he was no longer going to be the leader. Why? Because Sidney Clackstetter, the new boy who had moved into the neighborhood, has a father who is an inventor. And he said he'd invent an electric eye door for the clubhouse shack back in Wobbleding's Woods. But then Yuki Butcha said he was an inventor and he would invent a better door, and Sparky could present it to the club. So Sparky's feeling pretty happy about his superior position.
Hey, boy, Big John, I sure didn't think that Yuki Butcher was an inventor, did you?
Well, no, I must say I didn't have the faintest idea Yuki Butcher was an inventor. That was certainly a surprise to me.
Yeah, me too. Boy, I'm telling you, Big John, when I told the guys in my club that I could get an electric eye door for our clubhouse shack, they sure did change their tune, all right.
Oh, is that right? Well, now I guess they're not so ready to elect this new kid to the office of Grand Exalted whatever it is, huh?
Exalted High Llama of the Purple and White Garter, Big John.
Yeah, that office. You might get to keep the job after all, huh?
Well, if I want it.
If you want it. Now, wait a minute. All week you've been moping around here like you lost your best friend, and it was all because you were sure the kids in your club were going to take your official title away from you and hand it over to this new boy.
Sure.
And now you say, if you want to keep the title, how come?
Well, Big John, now that I know Yuki Butcher is an inventor, and that he can invent anything Sidney Clackstetter's father can invent, well, I don't have anything to worry about.
Well, yes, I know, but what does that have to do with your not wanting to be the Grand Exalted whatever it is?
Exalted High Llama of the Purple and White Garter, Big John.
Yes.
I still want to be the Exalted High Llama of the Purple and White Garter, but I'm going to teach those guys in my club a lesson. Yeah, I'm going to play hard to get.
Oh, you are you? Going to play hard to get? I see.
Yeah.
I see. Well, look, old buddy boy, before you become too hard to get, will you fix your dog's supper? It isn't hard to get. Out of the refrigerator, that is.
Oh, look, Big John, I've already given Bunny his supper.
Oh, for goodness sakes, don't tell me that dog has eaten his supper already.
No. He's in the process of eating it now.
What?
You should hear him, Big John. Boy, is he a noisy eater. When he eats, he snorts each time he takes a mouthful and just goes...
Yeah, I know. I've heard
like that.
Yeah. You didn't give him his supper out on the kitchen floor, did you? I told you.
No. He's down in the basement. I gave Pedro his supper, too. Hey, do you know what Pedro calls me, Big John?
You mean that parrot has got a nickname for you, too? What is it?
Half Pint.
Oh?
He calls me Half Pint because I'm such a little boy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. He calls me Spike. That's pretty fresh for a parrot.
Yeah. That's not what he calls you.
What?
That's not the only thing. So he calls you a long drink of water, too. Long drink of water. I think that's pretty good. Hi there, you old long drink of water.
Now, wait just a minute there, young man. You just hold that. Don't you go getting fresh like the parrot is.
What's the matter, Big John? Don't you like that nickname?
Well, it isn't that, Sparky. It just sounds fresh. Don't you ever go around calling people fresh nicknames like that. That isn't polite.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just kidding, Big John.
Yeah, all right. Well, just so you remember it.
I know it isn't nice to talk like that. Oh, telephone's ringing. Telephone's ringing.
Well, we're finally back to normal. Will you answer it, Sparky? It's probably for you.
Yeah, maybe it is. I'll answer it. Hello? Yes, this is Sparky. Is that you, Rabbit Ears? Oh, I have not talked to you on the telephone for a long time, Rabbit Ears.
How true.
Well, what's on your mind, R.E. lad?
R.E. lad, well.
Well, R.E. lad, I just don't know. I'll be able to install the new electric eye door just as soon as my inventor friend gets finished inventing it.
Well, that figures. Pearls of Wisdom by Sir Genius Sparky.
Yes, R.E., I do believe that we will have the finest, most high-class shack on the entire face of this entire world of ours, especially in Wobbleding's Woods.
Yes.
Well, Rabbit Ears, I'll tell you what. I will try to contact my inventor friend to see how work is progressing on our new electric eye door. Do you have any further matters of great importance on your mind?
Oh, R.E. lad probably has many important matters on his brilliant mind.
Yes, well, in that case, R.E. lad, I will hang up. Yes. Thank you for calling. Good day, rabbit ears. Yeah. What do you think, Big John? Was I cold and indifferent enough?
Cold and indifferent? Oh, was that what you were supposed to be?
Yeah, sure, that's what I was supposed to be. See, that way I'm being hard to get. All the guys in the club will start talking to one another now, and they'll say, "Hey, Sparky doesn't act like he's very anxious to stay the exalted High Lama of the Purple and White Garter." And the rest of the guys will say, "Yeah, maybe we better beg him to keep the job. Yeah, because if we don't, he just might up and join some other club and give them his invention."
I see. They might say all that, huh?
Sure. Can't you just hear them buzzing like 60?
Yeah, I sure can. Oh, my goodness, buzzing like 60, just talking over it.
Oh, there's the telephone. I bet that's Rabbit Ears again. Probably real anxious to see if he can't talk me into giving him a definite answer about the electric eye door.
Well, answer the telephone, will you?
Yeah, no, but wait just a minute, Big John. We don't want to give those guys the impression that I'm standing right on top of the telephone. I have to be completely indifferent.
Oh, I see. Well, how long are you going to let the phone ring?
Well, just a couple more times. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe you'd better answer it. And when they ask for me, act like you're not sure whether or not I want to be bothered. Act like I'm very busy in my office. And then, you can call me to the phone. Sort of loud so they can hear you.
All right. I'll answer it. Hello.
Now remember, Big John, act like you're not too sure that I want to be bothered about talking on the phone.
Oh. Why, sure. Gladly. You bet.
John, not that way, boy.
Oh, all right, sure. Just come on down. Hell, we'll be waiting for you. Okay, bye.
Hey, Big John, what's the matter? How can I be cold and indifferent if you don't even let me talk on the telephone and let me act like I don't want to talk on the telephone?
Calm down. Will you calm down, Sparky? That phone call wasn't even for you.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh. You mean it wasn't Rabbit Ears McKeester?
No.
Maxie Finster?
No.
Wasn't Charlie Clamerding calling to see why I'm acting so cold and indifferent?
No, I'm afraid not, Sparky.
Oh, boy. What was the matter with those guys, anyway? What are they trying to do, play hard to get? Boy, who do they think they are, anyway? Where do they get that stuff, acting cold and indifferent like that?
Well, now, look, just a minute, Sparky. Give him a chance. My goodness, that phone call was Mayor Plumpfront. He says he's coming over. Not only that, but he says he has a surprise.
Oh, well, that's nice. But I just assumed it had been Rabbit Ears McKeester.
Well, it wasn't. And now listen, don't act like that when the mayor gets here. You don't want him to think that you're not glad to see him, do you?
No, I'll act all right, Big John.
No cold and
But those guys at my club, they got a lot of nerve playing hard to get. That's all I can say.
Oh, that's all you can say. After all, that's the way you were going to act with them, acting like you were hard to get and all that. Don't understand you.
Yeah, but doorbell's ringing.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's probably Mayor Plumpfront. Now, come on, let's both go to the door and let him in. Because he sounded very excited on the telephone.
I wonder what his surprise is.
Well, we'll soon see. Hey, look, there's the mayor out there on the front porch. You can see him through the glass in the door. You see that?
Yeah. Looks like he has someone with him.
Yeah. Well, hello there, Mayor. How are you? Come on in.
Hello, Buster. Come on in, my love. After you.
Yes, Mayor. Hello, Big John. And hello, Sparky dear.
Well, Miss Dilly. So this is your surprise, Mayor. Oh, my goodness. Say hello to Miss Dilly there, Sparky.
Hello, Miss Dilly.
This isn't all of my surprise, Buster. Wait till you hear the rest of it. Bucky, lad, Miss Daffodil Dilly and me have got some very good news to tell you about.
Uh-oh. Yes, Mayor?
Oh, Mayor, I do believe I'm blushing.
Well, it's like the pink of the petals of the rose. You look charming, my love. Buster, lad, the very beautiful and charming Miss Dilly and I have come to tell you the wonderful news. Miss Dilly has graciously consented to become my blushing bride.
What?
You mean? Yep, Buster. Your old mayor and the very charming Miss Daffodil Dilly are going to get married.
What?
Well, this latest development sure was an unexpected surprise. I sure didn't think the mayor would go so far as to decide to get married to the widow Dilly. When we came home from Florida and Miss Dilly stayed down there, I thought that we'd heard the last of her. Wonder how come she decided to come up here to Cincinnati. Boy, I just can't believe it. Mayor Plumfront gonna get married to the widow Dilly. To the widow Dilly? Oh, to the widow Dilly? Oh, something's got to be done about this. I've just got to do something to save the mayor. How?
Here, hi, boys and girls. Hi, kids. Hey, get in here right now, because it's time for the party with Big John and Sparky.
And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big John and Sparky. Today's chapter is entitled, The Mayor Tells of His Wedding Plans. Well, actually, it came as quite a shock to all of us that the mayor was going to get married. He's been toying with the idea for some time now, ever since he met the charming Miss Daffodil Dilly, the rich widow from Florida. But now, I guess they're actually going to do it. Sparky takes a dim view of this, for he sees the possibility of losing forever one of his very best friends. He's trying desperately to figure out a way to foil the mayor's romantic plans.
Hey, Big John, can you figure out something for me?
Well, I'll try. Why, what seems to be worrying you, Sparky?
Well, all I want to know is, why would a perfectly happy man like Mayor Plumfront up and want to do a thing like the mayor has gone and done?
Why would a perfectly happy man like Mayor Plumfront want to do what was that mouthful again, would you say?
Well, why would he want to do what he did?
Why would he want to do what he did? Well, what did he do? As far as I know, Mayor Plumfront hasn't done a thing, at least nothing out of the ordinary.
You mean getting married isn't anything out of the ordinary?
Getting married? Oh, you mean the mayor announcing his engagement to the widow Dilly? Well, Sparky, what's so horrible about that? If the mayor wants to get married, he has a perfect right to do so, doesn't he?
Well, who would ever want to get married?
Well,
I mean, especially somebody like Mayor Plumfront. Now, look, there's a man who's got everything to live for.
well, oh, Sparky, you act like the mayor's going to face a firing squad or something like that.
Oh, boy, it's worse. Big John, how would you like to be married to the widow Dilly?
Well, I think it would. Well, come to think of it, I never looked at it that way. Oh, my goodness, I'm only kidding. Miss Dilly is a very nice lady, you know that.
Yeah, I know that, but I wish I could figure out some way to keep the mayor from marrying her.
Well, you just don't have to worry about that at all. After all, he's a grown man, and he can take care of... There's the doorbell. Now, look, that's probably the mayor. He said he was coming over this afternoon, and I want you to be perfectly on your very best behavior. Do you understand?
Boy, is he bringing Miss Dilly with him?
Well, that doesn't make any difference, but I suppose he is. But if he does, don't you dare act like you have been acting right now. You be nice to Miss Dilly. Now, run along and answer the door. You hear?
Okay.
All right. Oh, that Sparky certainly can get upset about anything that has to do with romance. I never saw the like of it. Can you imagine such a thing as a little kid like that being jealous of an old man like Mayor Plumfront after all? I guess he just doesn't want to give up his friends, that's all. They have had a lot of good times together.
Here's the mayor and Miss Dilly.
Oh, well, hello there. Come on in. Howdy, Buster, howdy.
Well, hello, Big John. Hello.
Hello, Miss Dilly. Say, it's nice to see you again. Here, sit down in this chair. This is the most comfortable one in the house.
Well, how nice. Thank you, Big John.
What'd you say, Sparky?
I said I'll just sit down right over here, Big John. If you don't mind.
Yes, all right. And you sit down right here, Mayor.
Yeah, thank you, Buster. And you just sit down here on this chair next to me. I've got a lot to tell you, Buster.
All right, Mayor. Say, that's a very nice perfume you're wearing, Miss Dilly. Something from Paris, no doubt.
Oh, but Big John, I'm not wearing any perfume.
I'm afraid that's me, Buster. A little lilac cologne there. I bought a bottle of it up at Clyde Pill Roller's drugstore for $1.298. I got it sprinkled on my handkerchief here in my coat pocket.
Say, Mayor, you're a regular Beau Brummel. Yes, sir, the way you have that fancy handkerchief sticking out of the breast pocket of your coat, and take a look at that fancy tie. What kind of flowers are those on that tie there, Mayor?
Well, they're daffodils, Buster. Yellow daffodils on a royal blue background. And I suppose you know why I'm wearing a tie with daffodils on it, don't you, Buster?
I sure do. It's because Miss Dilly's first name is Daffodil, isn't it?
Oh, you two utterly charming boys, you.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I like the kind of ties the mayor used to wear. I mean, those hand-painted ones with the lions and the tigers and the baseball players on them. Boy, those are good-looking ties, all right.
Lions and tigers, you mean? The mayor wore those ties with the lions and tigers on them. Oh, how shocking.
What do you mean, how shocking? What's wrong with that? Listen, I think it's keen.
But lions and tigers are so ferocious. So unlike the mayor, the mayor's so kind and gentle and romantic.
Yes, that's right. I am for a fact.
Yuck.
Now, Sparky. Mayor, you said that you have a lot of things to tell me.
Oh, yes, so I do, lad. Say, did you see the paper today?
No.
Here, take a look at this. Just look at this. There, what do you think of that?
Well, a big picture of you and Miss Dilly coming out of the marriage license office at City Hall. Hey, and right on the front page of today's paper. How about that?
Yep, old Al Shuttlecotty, the reporter, and Alan Kane, the photographer, got wind of it, and they were down there to get the story. Come up there and snap a picture before I had a chance even to tell them not to. Not that I would have. It's a good picture, don't you think?
Yeah, I should say so. Makes you look real handsome. Miss Dilly, you're as beautiful as a movie star here.
Which one? Lassie?
What'd you say, Sparky?
What?
I say, what'd you say?
Nothing. I just said that Alan Kane sure is a good photographer. Takes real good pictures.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Well, let's see what the paper says here. Mayor Plumfront made a startling announcement this morning after many years of bachelorhood. Continued on back page. The mayor surprised everyone by appearing at the marriage license office to apply for a license to get married.
I suppose that nobody expected the old mayor to up and catch such a charming creature like my little old daffodil here.
Oh, Mayor, you say the sweetest thing.
Yeah, I do for a fact, don't it? Well, read on there, Buster. What else does it say about us in the paper?
Let's see, continued on page 7. The mayor introduced his future bride to his many friends at City Hall. She is the former debutante of Okeechobee City and now one of the principal stockholders in the Great Western Oil and Gas Company. Well, isn't that nice?
Yep, guess that sort of makes it official there.
Yep. Looks like it's too late now.
What'd you say, Sparky?
Nothing you'd be interested in, Big John. I'm just kind of sitting here talking to myself, that's all.
I see. Well, Mayor, now that you and Miss Dilly have your marriage license, when is the big event going to take place?
Well, Buster, that's what I'm here to talk to you about. This morning, the very charming Miss Dilly and myself went downtown and we picked out Miss Dilly's wedding gown.
Well, say, that sounds nice. You planning a big wedding? It sounds like it.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, yes, we're going to have a big wedding up to the church. Reverend Mansdorfer's going to perform the ceremony, and going to have his $5 wedding there. And we're going to have ushers dressed up in them there suits with the stiff collars and the tails on the coats and things like that, you know.
Oh? Well, who all is going to be in the wedding party?
Well, I sort of thought that I'd have Yuki Butcher as one of the ushers and Clyde,
Naramore?
No. Clyde Pill Roller, Waldo Wobbleding, and Big John. Yes? I thought maybe you'd like to be my best man. Well, hey, great. Be an honor and a pleasure. Yes, indeed. Well, then we'll all go down to Harry's haberdashery shop and pick out our suits. Harry rents suits for weddings, you know. Yes, I know. I don't think that old Harry will have much trouble fitting you, Buster. You're a tall, handsome young man. It's me I'm worrying about. Do they make them there suits with the tails big enough for a feller like me?
Why, of course they do, Mayor, and I'll bet that you'll look handsome in your suit. Wouldn't you agree to that, Miss Dilly?
Oh, indeed I will, Big John. My darling Mayor will look handsome in anything.
That's right, that's right.
And I wonder about the lad here. Do you think old Harry has got something down in his haberdashery shop to fit Sparky there?
To fit me?
Yeah.
What do I need clothes for, Mayor?
Well, you're going to be in the wedding. My goodness, Miss Dilly's little niece is going to be the flower girl, and you, lad, are going to be the ring bearer, you see.
What? Oh, no siree, no siree, not me, no sir.
Oh, sure you are, lad. You'll walk down the aisle right alongside little Felice. That's Miss Dilly's little niece's name, lad. Philly Dilly, we call her. You'll walk down the aisle alongside Philly Dilly, and she'll be carrying a basket of rose petals and dropping them on the floor, and you'll be carrying a sateen pillow with a wedding ring on it. Oh, I tell you, it'll be, words fail me. It'll be real pretty, lad, real pretty.
No siree, not me.
Yes.
I'm not going to be in any old sissy wedding.
Oh, now, Sparky, of course you are. Why, Sparky, you should be thrilled that the mayor values your friendship so much to want you in his wedding. You sure are going to be in his wedding.
Oh, me. Oh, what a mess this is. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, me. Oh, boy, oh, boy. How do I ever manage to get into messes like this? How can any one boy get into so many messes at one time? It isn't bad enough that I'm having trouble with the kids in our club. Yeah, it isn't bad enough that I might wake up some fine morning and find out that I'm no longer the Exalta High Lama of the purple and white garter in my club. But I, of all people, have to be the ring bearer in Mayor Plumpfront's old wedding. Boy, I'm telling you, I almost feel like moving out of this house and finding myself a nice quiet cave to live in, like a hermit or something like that. Boy, what a mess.